The ketogenic diet has long been a topic of heated debate, with strong advocates praising its benefits and critics warning of potential long-term risks. While recent research highlights its effectiveness in managing chronic diseases such as obesity and diabetes, the controversy surrounding its safety, sustainability, and broader health implications remains unresolved. Despite claims that keto is here to stay, experts continue to voice concerns over its impact on heart health, kidney function, and long-term adherence. One of the biggest criticisms of the keto diet is its effect on cardiovascular health. Although proponents argue that it can improve cholesterol levels, the rise in LDL cholesterol, often labeled bad cholesterol, remains a major red flag. Even though some studies suggest that LDL increases may not necessarily translate into higher heart disease risk, mainstream medical organizations, including the American Heart Association, still caution against diets high in saturated fat, which is common in many keto-friendly foods. The lack of long-term data on how these cholesterol changes affect heart disease outcomes means that any claims of keto being heart-healthy should be taken with caution. Another area of concern is the diet's potential impact on kidney function. While some argue that keto does not harm healthy kidneys, high-protein intake, common in low-carb diets, can be problematic for individuals with existing kidney conditions. The long-term effects of sustained ketosis on kidney health remain largely unknown, raising questions about the diet's safety for those at risk. Similarly, critics highlight that while keto may initially help manage diabetes, its long-term effects on insulin sensitivity and metabolic health are still being debated. There is evidence that extreme carbohydrate restriction may lead to glucose intolerance over time, making it harder for the body to process carbohydrates when reintroduced. Sustainability is another major issue. While studies suggest that some individuals can maintain a keto diet for more than a year, long-term adherence remains a challenge for most people. The restrictive nature of keto, which requires cutting out entire food groups such as grains, fruits, and certain vegetables, makes it difficult to follow in the long run. Many people struggle with social limitations, food cravings, and the potential for nutrient deficiencies. Critics argue that any diet that requires such strict adherence to be effective is inherently flawed, as most individuals eventually return to their previous eating habits, leading to weight regain and metabolic instability. The affordability and accessibility of keto-friendly foods also present challenges. While supporters argue that low-carb diets can be cost-effective, relying heavily on meats, dairy, and specialty products can significantly increase grocery bills. Furthermore, in many parts of the world, access to fresh, high-quality meats and low-carb alternatives is limited, making keto an impractical solution for large populations. For individuals with food insecurity, a diet that eliminates affordable staples like rice, beans, and whole grains may not be a viable option. There is also ongoing debate about the environmental impact of keto diets. While some studies suggest that livestock farming can contribute positively to soil health, it is undeniable that increased reliance on animal products contributes to greenhouse gas emissions and resource consumption. Compared to plant-based diets, which have been widely recognized for their sustainability benefits, keto's emphasis on meat and dairy raises ethical and environmental concerns that cannot be ignored. The keto diet undoubtedly has its place as a short-term intervention for specific health conditions, particularly in weight loss and blood sugar control. However, its long-term effects remain uncertain, and its restrictive nature makes it difficult to sustain for most people. While some experts argue that keto is here to stay, others caution that it may not be the best solution for long-term health and disease prevention. As with any diet, individual needs, lifestyle factors, and medical history should be carefully considered before adopting such a drastic nutritional approach.